Hey guys, Dark Prometheus here. In another episode of Front Office Football 7 as the Chicago Bears. We're in year 2, week 8 as we take on the Minnesota Vikings. So, we're going to look at our scouting report. They're going with Christian Ponder. Just quite odd. We're going to have to look at their roster after we look at this and see what's going on over there. AP is probable, so we'll be seeing him. Fuller or Felton, their fullback. Kyle Rudolph, excellent tight end. They have Greg Jennings and Cordell Patterson. So Greg Jennings coming into his 10th year. We'll have to see what he can do against Revis. Matt Khalil, left tackle, good left tackle. It was a good draft for them 4 years ago. Charlie Johnson on the left, John Sullivan in the center, Brandon Fusco, and Phil Loldholt, who the Bears almost got about 2 years ago. But he opted to stay in Minnesota. So on defense, Brian Robinson, Sharif Floyd, Grady Garrett, who's a rookie, Trevor Scott, coming in his 8th year. Let's see what's going on with some of their other ones. Brad Fusco's probable. Matt Khalil. So we actually won't be seeing Matt Khalil. He's out. And so is Snorris Perry, but he's a backup. So Anthony Barr, huge playmaker. The guy's a beast. Jasper Brinkley, Brandon Marshall, who they brought over from Denver. Xavier Rhodes, looking at his 3rd year in the league. Solid corner. Sean Prater, I could have swore they said he was out. Marcus Shales is probable. Sean Prater is questionable. So we'll have to see if we'll actually see Sean Prater. But that could be a weakness. Harrison Smith, amazing safety. Amazing. 4 years in the league. And then Grover Quinn, who they got from Detroit. So let's look at their offense. Their offense looks like they throw a lot up the middle. And that's a huge chunk of their yardage. So probably slots and things like that with a lot of yards after catch. Defensively against the pass, middle, again, is their weakness. And the left side, which would be over Anthony Barr's side, which is weird. Then defensive. No, that's theirs. So their defense against it. So yeah, they're giving up. Yeah, that's right. Their defense against rushing. Okay, so passing. I mean, it's pretty. Looks like they're passing more at a medium range, like yardage wise, but they have more of the short attempts. And then defensively against the pass, they've only let 8 of 29 deep. They've given up a lot of short passes and medium passes with just about the same yardage. So we'll have to see what is going on in Detroit. Or not Detroit, but Minnesota. What the hell is this supposed to mean? He's suspended. I wonder how many games he's suspended for. kind of weird. So yeah, they're going with Christian Ponder, who they think is better than Teddy Bridgewater. AP's got a lingering injury, a sprained ankle, but he'll be fine. Matt Khalil is out, so we're going to see who? Hernandez Marco, possibly. Which is weird. Floyd Grady Phillips. Joseph Limbaughl's in here. They got Donta Hightower. Marcus Sherrill, Sean Prater. I wonder why we're seeing. I don't know. Maybe it's play wise. That really intrigues me of why they got Lindsey Roman. Because he's undrafted. Yeah. That's weird. We're going to go in here. We're going to see what they say. It's a 5-1 Minnesota team. Remember that. Minnesota is 5-1 right now. They are first in points per game. So, quarterback were the same. They're saying their running back, receiver, and offense is better than mine. Defense is the same. Their linebackers are better. Yeah, I would say that. My secondary is better because of Revis. Got Revis Island going on. They say their special teams are better. These two are the same. It's pretty much a dogfight in the back end. In the front end, they say that the Vikings have a better thing than I am. But here is the biggest thing. They said Minnesota spread by 7 or by 10. I have the least amount of rushing yards allowed per carry. I have the second best against opponents' quarterbacks. I have the fourth highest turnover margin. Like, defensive wise, I'm in the top of the league. Offensive line, offensive margin, I'm getting destroyed. I'm just not scoring. And it's not because you can't say it's Jay Cutler turning the ball over. You turned it over two times legit. One was the fault of the receiver, not Cutler. So let's do this. Oh, fuck. I'm going to have the coach do it. Alright, so Christian Ponder, that's 2 yards for Adrian Peterson. That's 3 yards for Peterson. 3rd and 5. Cordell Patterson gets 7 yards. So Kyle Rudolph gets 6 yards there. Peterson gets nothing. Ponder is sacked by Lamar Houston. And we're going the other way already. So Jay Cutler to Norris Perry for no gain. There's a penalty on the play. It's declined though. There's Amari Cooper for 10 yards on a first down. Cutler evading for 7 yards on a scramble. Norris Perry gets 16 yards. Matt Forte loses 4 there for the rush. That's intercepted by Anthony Barr. He was under pressure, didn't have a choice. That is no gain by Peterson. There's a gain of 1 by Peterson. There's 1 to Greg Jennings for 10 yards on a first down. Randall at 6-yard rush. Patterson gets a 25 yards touchdown. So Cutler to Matt Forte for 2 yards. There's Norris Perry gets 3 yards. Jeffrey gets a 31-yard. Fuck, that's coming back off illegal formation. Holding on the punt, so like it's back more. Kyle Rudolph for 3 yards. False start. Sacked. Fumble. Picked up by Minnesota, though. Kyle Rudolph gets 15 yards, but it doesn't matter. Punt it back. Matt Forte has a 9-yard rush. Norris Perry's got 3 yards on a first down. Snorris Perry for 3 yards. Snorris Perry for 6 yards. Fumble. Jake Fisher's got it though. Our Fisher. Alshon Jeffrey 19-yard reception. There's Snorris Perry for 7 yards. Alshon Jeffrey for 5 yards. Illegal use of hands, so that's coming back. Martellus Bennett catch for 5 yards. It's a scramble for Cutler for 7 yards and short. It's going to be a field goal, so it's 7-3. Peterson gets 6 yards. There's a catch for 3. Peterson gets 9 yards, 3 yards and first down. Peterson gets 5 yards there. Pearson loses 5. 3rd and 10. Jennings catches for 3. It's going to be kicked back to us. So Cutler to Forte for 1 yard. So Matt Forte gets 4 yards there. Alshon Jeffrey gets a double coverage for 11 yards. So that's a first down. There's Forte for 1 yard. Alshon Jeffrey for 3 yards. 3rd and 6. Cutler evades for the first down on an 8-yard scramble. Snorris Perry gets 2 yards. Amari Cooper gets 8 yards for a first down. Matt Forte gets a catch for 8 yards. Screen pass to Jeffrey for 1 yard. 3rd and 1. And Cutler sacked. It's going to be 7-6. So that's going to be going back. Adrian Peterson gets 5 yards. That's Ponder scrambling for 8 yards. Peterson stopped for no gain. Greg Jennings gets 5 yards. He's going to stop no plays. No big plays. There's Peterson for 6. 1st and 10. That's a block pass by Ferguson. Greg Jennings. That's incomplete. Greg Jennings catches it for 9, but he's 1 yard short. Christian Ponder trying to get it, and offensive holding, so it's coming back. Nice. So Forte catches the pass. Doesn't get anything there off a screen pass. Corey Fleeter gets 3 yards in the second quarter, so we're going back. Cody, wait, what? I'll have to see what happened there. Maybe an interception by Pruitt. There's 3 yards by Forte. There's 2 yards by Forte. Mark Cooper for 8 yards on the first down. Here's Matt Forte for 4-yard rush. Matt Forte's into the secondary for 31 yards. And damn banging out those yards. Snorris Perry for 2 yards. We're on the 10. Jeffrey, 6 yards. We're on the 4. 2nd and 2. And we're going to have to kick another field goal. It's fine. We're stalling out, but we're holding them. Peterson only gets loses 1 there. Peterson gets 3. And then right there, that's an 8-yard rush. Lamar Houston's shaking up, but it'll come back. Peterson gets 3 there. McKinnon gets 3. Sue Wright, who gets 12. Cordell Patterson gets 14. Come on. Tended there. That's knocked down. It's 4 yards. First down. They're on the 8. McKinnon gets 1. They're on the 7. Greg Jennings gets the touchdown. So it's 14-9. So Cutler rushes for 8. Cutler throws Alshon Jeffrey for 3. It's a first down. There's Forte for 1 yard. There's Snorris Perry for 6 yards off the reception. Alshon Jeffrey hauls it down for 9 yards. Snorris Perry loses 2. Amari Cooper gets 16 yards there on Marcus Sherrills. Forte gets 2 on that rush. Cutler's in the secondary and slides. Stevie Johnson gets a 10-yard reception. Martellus Bennett, that's overthrown. Forte gets 9 yards. 3rd and 1. Come on. Snorris Perry, stop for no gain. Come on. 2-point game. So, freaking A. Pearson gets a 41-yard gain. There's an 8-yard gain. McKinnon goes for 7. Our defense is just breaking down right now. Double coverage. Patterson's almost on. Stop throwing the ball deep, Cutler. Shit. It looks like the game. Pearson for 4 yards. Pearson for 4 yards. Come on. Alshon Jeffrey. Intercepted. Doesn't have a choice. Get him for 2 yards. Yeah, we lost this game. We had this game going into the fourth quarter. We had it. There's Pearson for 1 yard, and you're going to eventually kick a field goal for 2 yards. There's the field goal. I don't know what happened. Another. Two of them. Passing was shit. We did get good rushing. We weren't protecting the ball. 2 interceptions. Christian Ponder, 19 of 21. That's unacceptable. By God. Fuller got a sack with McPhee, and Lamar Heister got one. Only give him 1 sack. With no defenses. Chris Williams fumbled it. That was just an abysmal game. So Lamar Houston's out. That is going to open up. Might actually put Edwards here. Edwards. I think. Should put Crawford. Put Edwards here. Willie Young here. Sutton. Willie Young. All right. So now we play Detroit. Detroit lost against Seattle. Green Bay's running away from the damn. Looks like we're playing for the #1 pick, everyone. So they get the ball first. Chris Ivory for 11 yards. It's a deep pass to Johnson, knockdown. That play goes for nothing, or -1. Corey Fuller gets 34 yards and a first down. That one's 8 yards. Ivory goes nowhere, so they're going to kick a field goal. Of course, we got a holding penalty. So Matt Forte loses 3. We need to upgrade our line. Back to pass. We had to pump back to him. Stanford gives Reggie Bush for 2 yards. Reggie Bush makes a catch for 14. That's cooler. Ivory rushes for 9 yards. Pernell McPhee's down. Walker makes a 17-yard catch. Touchdown. Snorris Perry for 4 yards. Amari Cooper drops the ball. Forte loses 4. Double coverage, Walker for 4 yards. Hebron gets for 6. Calvin Johnson gets nothing there. It's dropped. Short pass. Ivor gets 2. Wes Welker. That's a hurried pass. Alright, Colors Norris Perry loses 4. There's a sack. There's Jeffrey getting a 15-yard catch, but I mean, oh, and the punt. Someone dropped the punt there. So Amari Cooper, that's incomplete. 3rd and 12. Amari Cooper gets 11 there. And so we get 3 points out of the drop punt. And so there's Stanford rushing for 15. There's Calvin Johnson for 5 yards. So we're going to the second quarter. Wes Welker, that's incomplete. 3rd and 5. Bush catches it, but for nothing. So it's coming back to us. Cutler gets around the blitz, gets to Martellus Bennett for 11 yards. Forte gets 8 yards there. That's 2 yards on that gain for a first down. Forte for 4 yards. Susan Marquise Wilson for 7 yards. Matt Forte gets 1 yard. Dance around. Amari Cooper gets it for 6 yards. False start. Corey Flinner gets 6 yards, but if there wouldn't have been a false start, that would have been a first down. So Lofton gets 16 yards in a reception there. Wes Welker gets 1 for 7. Foria tip pass intercepted by Antron Roll. That's right. Matt Forte gets 4 yards. Mark Cooper gets 4 yards on that reception. Stevie Johnson gets that reception for 14 yards. Matt Forte loses 2. Matt Forte rushes for 8. 3rd and 4. Marquise Wilson for 8 yards. Coleman's getting this one for 21 yards and a touchdown. Boom, at the fullback position. So Wes Welker gets 6 yards. It's a tie game now. Johnson for 7. Legal, that's encroachment, so like giving him 5 yards. That one's overthrown. 2nd and 5. Megatron gets for 14. That one's incomplete. Johnson was actually double teamed. That one goes to Tate for 15 yards. Foria gets 8 on that. That's coming back 5 yards. 3rd and 7, flip, double coverage. Welker gets it, double coverage. The short man for a 14-yard touchdown. So that was incomplete to Marshawn to Jeffrey. 3rd, 4. Fleener gets 5 yards just beyond the first down. Amari Cooper gets 1 for 16 yards. We're in the second quarter. We're trying to get something. There's Jeffrey for 16 yards. We call timeout. False start, so we have to fling it in the end zone and nothing. Otherwise, we could have possibly kicked a field goal. So, Snorris Perry for no gain. 3rd and 7. Jeffrey doesn't reel the pass in, so it's a punt. Reggie Bush gets a catch for 12 yards. Chris Ivory for 9 yards, breaking tackles. Screen to Bush, that's a -2. Fuller gets it for 6 yards. That's Corey Fuller. Tate gets it for 9 yards. 2nd and 1. Corey Fuller drops a pass. Chris Ivy gets 1 yard in the first down. So Golden Tate, that's dropped. Darnell Rivas knocks it down. Reggie Bush goes for 2. Falls incomplete. Kyle Fuller knocks it down. And so we get the ball after the field goal. There's Stevie Johnson for 4 yards. Mark Cooper, that's incomplete. That's a 12-yard gain there. Cooper, that's 5 yards. Hand off to Tevin Coleman, trying to catch him sneaking, but loses 4. Mark Cooper gets 7. We're going to kick it back. Stanford trying to get it. That's offsides on the defense? That was weird. It's 3 yards, so it's 3rd and 1. Chris Ivy goes for 5 and a first down. Reggie Bush gets 3. Ivor gets 6. I need to show my inside. Bennett catches it for 7 as they punted. Forte stopped for no gain. Cutler scrambles for 6 yards, and he fumbles a damn ball. Slide, Cutler. So it's sacked by Edwards. Good. So it's going to create a punt. Forte goes for 1. Cutler gets 2. Amari Cooper for 9 yards. Amari Cooper catches another one for 6 yards. Handoff Snorris Perry for 10 yards on first down. Snorris Perry gets 2. Sacked. 3rd and 14. That goes nowhere. Did he kick it back or was it? There it goes. No, I don't know what happened there. That was weird. It was blocked. That was incomplete too. Johnson's 5 yards. No, I think we went for it and didn't do anything. And the next play they scored. So that's caught for 23 yards by Johnson. Reggie Bush for 3 yards. Ivory for 1. Bush for 22 yards. Mark Edwards 5 yards. Eagle Ferguson tackled him. Reggie Bush loses 1. Gets 1. We might be putting some younger players out here. Chris Williams gets 3 yards. To Marquise Williams, that falls incomplete. Stevie Johnson for 10 yards. Chris Williams makes a play for 11. Marquise Wilson drops the pass. Marquise Wilson catches the pass on this one for 10 yards. Amari Cooper for 17 yards. Chris Williams, that's knocked down by Alan Ball. That one's knocked down too. Cutler sacked. Runs for 5 yards. Doesn't matter. It's holding. They get the ball anyway. And of course, they're going to kneel the ball down in this abysmal performance that we had. So we are vying for the number 1 pick, it looks like. Who do we pick? Check the ball there. This was a product of Cutler not sliding. 5. Wow. I don't even know what to say here. I mean, Amari Cooper starting to light on some. Jeffrey's not doing much. I think we need a new slot receiver. I think that's the biggest thing we're going to be looking at. That was weird. Maybe Ola recovered something and it gave him the... That just didn't make sense. I don't know. To look at it. Shea and Christian Jones, I mean, they're doing a good job right now. Mario Edwards Jr. had the 1 sack. I think he's going to become a starter. Tulloch, Sue, Antron Roll. Yeah, we're going to look at that right now. Before we end this. Actually, I think we got 1 more game to play, I think, don't we? Hold on, let me check my recording right fast. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, we got 1 more game to play. Or no, we don't. That'll be the end, because I went right into the other. So we're going to change this up, because this isn't going to stand. We can cover that with that. That's fine. Oh, that's why he's playing. He's playing more than McPhee. Okay, that makes sense. My bad, my bad. Pruitt's going to start here. McManus. So Pruitt is going to have himself a starting spot. We're going to keep TJ Yeldon out 1 week just because it's a sprain. I think we're going to take out... no, we can't take out Martellus Bennett. The game will cry about it. We're going to keep out... Actually, we're going to play Martellus Bennett. Not Martellus Bennett. Fuck freaking Lamar Houston. So this is going to be Edwards. This is going to be Houston. Actually, how bad is McPhee's? Sprained knee? Yeah, McPhee's coming out. Ferguson, Sutton. Houston. I think. Hold on. I'd rather put him here and Peppers here. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching me. And I will see you next time as we take on Seattle in week 10. I mean, actually, no, now that I think about it, I do need to play one more game because week 17 will be an off. So yeah, we're going to play one more game. This one. Don't care if you're unhappy. So, Russell Wilson, Marshawn Lynch, we all know that. Zach Miller, still over there. So we're not dealing with Jimmy Graham. Doug Baldwin, Kevin Norwood, second-year player, drafted by Seattle. Russell Okung, John Miller, who was selected first round by the Seattle Seahawks. So he looks like a decent player. Dominic Raiola, AJ Kane. The rookie was another guy they picked up, this time in the 3rd round. And Doug Free, which I know he's a year-long player. So they don't have. So they're not going to play Fernando Velasco. That's weird. They do have Jacob Tammy. Cam Chancellor is questionable, so Cam Chancellor will not be playing more than likely. He has an elbow injury. Doug Baldwin is dealing with a groin injury, so we might see some nagging injury possibly. And see if they have him on here. No, they don't. So on defense, Michael Bennett, uh, Brendan Mebane, Jordan Hill, third-year player, possibly came over. I believe he came over from. No, he was with Seattle the entire time here. Cliff Averill, and then going into Malcolm Smith, Bobby Wagner, Bruce Irvin, one of the biggest and best linebacker cores in the NFL, and the front seven. And then going into Legion of Boom, Richard Sherman, of course. They picked up Chris Cook. Kind of intriguing because he's not that great. His best attribute is average defending against the run. So, I mean, we're going to have to take a look at their other corners. Earl Thomas, and because Cam Chancellor is questionable, we may be looking at playing against Jim Starks, an undrafted free agent, second year, out of Nevada, Las Vegas. And last year he played in Houston. He started 7 games, he played in 8, 3 pass defense, had 15 passes caught against him, and his production wasn't all that great. In Seattle, he's had to play 3 games, possibly because of this injury, the past 3 games. 1 defense, 8 caught, and he's played about 142 times, like a game. I want to say that's like not plays, but yeah, possibly plays or percentage play. Yeah, percentage of plays or something like that. I don't know. So really, he may be victimized a lot. So their offense, they're of course rushing with Marshawn Lynch a lot to the left and right. I mean, their left and right is Okun, John Miller, and Dominic Raiola. They're their best ones there. Defense against the rushing, they did pretty good. They were only giving up stuff up the middle and off to the left. Offense passing, they've passed a lot short and a lot medium. Not a lot of stuff deep, but that short and medium, probably dumping out to Zach Miller, Marshawn Lynch, trying to get these guys crossing routes and just have them make some plays. Defensively, they've been actually giving up a lot of deep balls, which is quite strange. The one thing we're going to have to look at is their corners. Corners. Doug Baldwin. They're not going to put on Velasco, which is weird. Kyrie Fort. So, I mean, Chris Cook, Amion Claiborne, Marcus Peters, who's a rookie they drafted, Taylor Andy, which is second-year player, Donald Delalongis, which has huge upside if they play him. I think this might be a game we can steal, maybe, if we protect the football and we play good football. It might be one we can steal. I mean, of course, the only thing they say is my cornerbacks are better than the receivers, and my blockers are better than the front 7. That's it. Otherwise, we are blown out of the water. Say Seattle by 11. All right. Let's do this. Oh, I can't have less. How do I have less? I somehow have less. How is this? Because I took McPhee out. So I want... Actually, no. I want... Quintari Diggs or I want Melvin White? I want Melvin White out there, just in case. I think. Yes. Actually, no. Melvin White, no. Buddy Fletcher. Just a random guy out there. Alright, let's do this. So we are playing at home. They have elected to receive. So Marshawn Lynch for 6 yards. Shea tackles him. Robert Turman for 1 yard. Flag, so it's coming back. Richardson, that isn't complete. Norwood catches it for 9 yards. He's short, and we're going to get this. So there's Amari Cooper for 10 yards. And here's Matt Forte for 11 yards. Yes, let's keep it going. Matt Forte loses 2. Matt Forte gets 4 there. 3rd and 8. Amari Cooper for 21 yards. So Cam Chancellor is out there, but he's hurt. We'll have to see what he can do. There's a scramble by Cutler for 4. Earl Thomas knocks it out of the air. Amari Cooper catches that for 8. 1st and 8 on the 8. Forte plunges, loses 2. 2nd and 10. And Forte gets a 10-yard touchdown on the Seattle Seahawks. So that's in double coverage and knocked down. That one is dropped by Norwood. Wilson scrambles for 3, and it's kicked back to us. Let's see if we can keep this going. It's a screen to Coleman, and that's not, doesn't do anything. Forte gets a pass for 11. Forte loses 3 there. Looks like Cutler is sacked by Michael Bennett. Bennett gets some pressure. It's thrown for 9, but we're going to punt. False start. Miller gets those false start yards back, gain of 6. Lynch gets a gain of 4, 3rd and 5. Norwood gets 6 on Christian Jones. So Norwood, that's incomplete. Marshawn Lynch gets it for 14 yards. And that's some good blocking by them. There's Lynch for 8 yards. That play's knocked out by Revis. Richardson gets 7 yards there. Miller gets 9 yards. Lynch stopped for no gain. Turman goes for 2 yards on a 1st down. It's knocked down by Revis. Lynch gets a reception for 12 yards. 3rd and 3. Varga gets the 1st down with 4. Turbin gets nothing there. It's a penalty, so that goes back. So they get nothing there on that one. Turbin gets 14 yards. He's shy. They're going to have to kick a field goal. All right, so there's Forte loses 4. Cutler sacked, fumble, and Cam Chancellor's down. So they have lost Cam Chancellor the rest of the game. There's Forte losing 5. Forte gets 57 yards. All right, Martellus Bennett, 12 yards and a touchdown. So we come back after that fumble and do some good. There's a sack on Wilson. There's Turbin for 10 yards. Norwood loses 1. 4th and 10. It's going to kick back. We have holding on there, so we're going to lose some yards. Forte loses 2. Amari Cooper, that's in double coverage, knocked down by Sherman. And Jeffrey gets 7 yards. It's punted back. Roger intercepted by Antron Roll. So Martellus Bennett gets 15 yards, and he's out of bounds. That's a sack. Cutler. There's a bomb to Bennett. Incomplete. There's one to Bennett. Gets 38 yards. Making some moves and a 1st down. Alshon Jeffrey, 9 yards. Gets to the 2. Drops back. Martellus Bennett. Incomplete. Knocked down by Malcolm Jenkins. Or Malcolm on the play. And we get a touchdown anyway. So, Russell Wilson gets a gain of 6 on that. He's throwing to Moss for a gain of 7. 1st down. Lynch gets 3 there. And deep ball, 7 yards, going to go over. And we get the ball in the 2nd half. So we lose 1 there. 1 to Tevin Coleman. Tevin Coleman catches the ball for 6 yards. 3rd and 5. Screen pass to Amari Cooper. He gets 3 yards. We're going to kick back. So there's Russell Wilson, give it to Lynch for 3 yards. It's a defensive battle at this point. Turbin only gets 1 yard. 3rd and 6. Marshawn Lynch catches the pass for 10 yards and a 1st down. Marshawn Lynch gets 4 yards. Marshawn Lynch gets 11 yards there. Marshawn Lynch gets 4. 2nd and 6. Norwood catches a pass for 33 yards. False start for Seattle. They're going to lose 5. Turbin gains 6. Marshawn Lynch gains 2. 3rd and 7. Turbin gets 5. They have to kick another field goal. So it's 17 to 13. So there's Sonoris Perry goes for 2 yards. Cutler to Matt Forte, breaking free for 14 yards on first down. There's 1-2 Marquise Wilson for 6 yards, 2nd and 4. Matt Forte rushes for 2, 3rd and 2. Matt Forte rushes for, it's a counter play for 3, trying to fake out the defense there. There's Forte for 1 yard. Snorris Perry gets 3, 3rd and 6. Cutler to Snorris Perry is stopped for no gain. There's a penalty, but it'll be declined, so we'll punt it back. And there is a screen pass to Lynch for 25 yards. And there's Lynch for 8 yards. There's Zach Miller catching a pass for 7. Turbin loses 1. Santana Moss gets a reception for 8 yards. 3rd and 4. Falls incomplete. Fuller knocks it down. So they gain another 3 points off the field goal. Forte drops a pass. It's a cold day outside. That's why we have some issues. Forte gains 9. We need one more. He stopped for no gain. So Russell Wilson give it to Lynch. Stop for no gain. Paul Richardson gets 3 on that. 3rd and 7. Marshawn Lynch gets 12 yards. And Velasco's hurt in the play, so he's going to have to come out. Lynch gets 10 yards there. Offensive holding is coming back. Wilson rushes for 4 yards. Double coverage. He gets it. That's Zach Miller for 14 yards. So Lynch rushes for 7 yards there. 2nd 3. Lynch gets 1. Can the Bears hold? And they do. So that's going to be punted back. There's intermediate throw, and it is. Wow. We're about to give this game away. Marshawn Lynch, stop for no gain. Marshawn Lynch gets nothing there. Can we stop him? Turbin stopped. Yes, we stop them. They only get a field goal on it, so we have something. There's Martellus Bennett for 20 yards. 5 minutes left. There's Jeffrey for 9 yards. 4:40 left. Norris Perry rushes for 7. 4:05 left. Let's see what we can do. Alshon Jeffrey, and again, Alshon Jeffrey just doesn't freaking haul the ball, and it's intercepted again. Marshawn Lynch loses 1. It's good for 6. It's going to have to kick back. So we have our final chance. There's Amari Cooper for 18 yards. Minute 54 left, and that is a failed pass knocked down by Sherman. Amari Cooper, that's intended, doesn't go anywhere. That was to Alshon Jeffrey for 23 yards. A minute 10 left. Cooper makes the play for 16 yards. We're moving in the field goal range. Cooper catches it for 10 yards. We're getting closer. It's 50 seconds left. Cutler scrambles for 12. Illegal use of hands, so that's coming back. And that is an incomplete pass there. Cutler to Alshon Jeffrey for 9 yards. Cutler spikes the ball to stop it, and the kick is good. We upset Seattle 20-19. I am speechless. We upset Seattle. This was a defensive showdown in the cold weather, 25 degrees, the cold weather of Chicago. Let's look at the box score, everyone. So Matt Forte had that first 20-yard run. Stephen Hauschka and had a field goal, and Santana Moss with that. Martellus Bennett got that. And then we finished that second half with a Robbie Gould field goal. 3 straight Stephen Hauschka field goals. Just stopping them. If they would have scored even a touchdown on one of these plays, it would have been it. But we stopped them pretty much on like the 3, and this one was on like the 5. And then Robbie Gould, the game-winning field goal. So looking at this, total net yards by comparable. They ran about 7 more plays than us. Net rushing, we had 103, they had 139. Passing yards, we had more. We lost 1 fumble, unfortunately. So let's see here. Matt Forte. 15 carries, 79 yards for 1 touchdown. Snorris Perry, 5 for 12. Jay Cutler scrambling for 13 yards. Kadeem Carey didn't do much there. So it looks like we might be leaning on Snorris Perry, another speedster, to do the other one for Matt Forte. We're going to have to look in the draft for that possibly. until TJ Eldon is healthy. Then we're going to put him back in and see what we can't do with these three running backs. I mean, we ran with three running backs here. Marshawn Lynch, 20 carries, 191 yards. Robert Turman, 8 carries at 37 yards. So, Jay Cutler, 20 of 32, 268 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I believe those 2 interceptions were tips or flutters or whatever it may be. Not his fault, so we'll see that. 21 of 30 for Russell Wilson, 225 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception. So Amari Cooper kicked it on this time in clutch. 7 catches, 86 yards. Had some good yak with 24. Alshon Jeffrey, 5 catches, 60 yards. Tellus Bennett, 4 catches for 85 yards. And Matt Forte, 2 catches for 25 yards off some screens and stuff out of the backfield. For them, Lynch, 7 catches, 89 yards. Zach Miller for 41 yards. Same thing for Kevin Norwood, 4 for 48 yards. So our lone interception, Antron Roll. Sherman and Earl Thomas had one, some flutters and some tip balls, everything. So there was a forced fumble by Aaron Lynch on Jay Cutler, given to Jordan Hill. So, looking defensively, Shea McClellan, 14 tackles. He is going to be a beast anchoring this. Him and Christian Jones, when they grow, this is going to be something big. I need to build around these two. We have 1 sack, Ego Ferguson, beast, second-year player, showing what he can do from his rookie year. Michael Bennett had 2 sacks. Aaron Lynch and Jordan Hill shared a sack over there. Rushing, Ego Ferguson had the 1 sack. Lamar Houston had 1 hurry. So defensive, they gave up a couple passes, but Revis and Fuller were knocking down passes left and right. Roll had the tip ball. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me in front office football. We'll have to see how that goes back. We got TJ Eldon back, so we're going to see what rotation we can do here. We're possibly looking at getting, we still have Houston that we're still going to play. McPhee, we're going to keep him out. And then Martellus Bennett, we'll see how he progresses. Hopefully he doesn't get another injury. I might have to bring in another tight end, unfortunately. So I will see you next time. Later, guys.